Hello and welcome back to my channel. Before I leave Bloomsbury Publishing, I thought it'd be rude not to mention all the things that they do to support employees' mental health. I hope this video gives other publishers some ideas and sets some examples of what you could be doing to support your colleagues. First of all, we have the Mental Health Network. This was set up before I joined Bloomsbury, but I am currently a member of it. It's basically just a safe area where we meet monthly or bi-monthly to talk about any issues that we have, any ideas to support employees, and anyone can bring any questions or queries to us. Bloomsbury, as well as our generous annual leave, they also give us 2 Wellbeing Days. You can use this for anything you like. I've used one of them so far, and I used it to go take myself away for the weekend, for a long weekend, and basically just focus on mindfulness and mental health. And I thought it's really nice to have that separation between a mental wellbeing, personal wellbeing day and annual leave. So that's just, we get 2 of those a year, so that's really good. And then obviously linking onto that, we have a generous amount of annual leave, holiday allowance as I mentioned, which can obviously help people have a bit of a breather from the workplace. When it was Mental Health Awareness Week, Bloomsbury put on events throughout the week, whether it was author talks, meditation exercises, yoga, anything like that. I attended all of these events and I vlogged it, so I will leave that in the description box down below so you can check out what we did in that week. One of the more recent things is Bloomsbury allowed 16 of us to become mental health first aiders. So we went on a 2-day long intensive course from a third party, so Mental Health First Aid England, and they taught us all about different mental illnesses, how to deal with them in a first aid emergency crisis, which I genuinely found so useful, and we've come away with a huge manual that we can refer to in the future. Following from that, we sort of mentioned that we didn't want that to be a one-off and then that's it. We're doing things as a result of that, so we're going to have lanyards to distinguish who we are so people can come to us if they're in any sort of crisis or emergency. There was ideas following on from that course such as action and wellness plans, emergency plans for individual people that we're going to work on, so it was definitely beneficial for those 2 days but also moving forward. We also have something called the Employee Assistance Programme. Again, this is a third party, but it's basically free counselling for all staff, so you can join the EAPs, the Employee Assistance Programme. You can have phone calls, you can email them, whatever. It's basically just a free service for us employees if we're struggling, if we want to talk about absolutely anything, whether it's work related, home related, anything like that. We then have author talks. So when we're in the office, authors would normally come into the conservatory and you'd book a little slot and you'd sit in the conservatory and you'd listen to them talk. Obviously Bloomsbury, we publish a range of books, so sometimes they are inspirational talks talking about mental well-being, anything along those lines, mindfulness, etc. That gives us as the employees the chance to listen to someone that's more professional and that's written a whole book about it. And sometimes as well you can get a free copy of the book. Since the pandemic, we also have flexible working hours, which a lot of companies are taking on this initiative, but I think that obviously just helps if people are having a particularly bad mental health morning, then they can sort of start later, finish later. Although we get a really generous discount as employees, we also have some downloadable PDFs that our HR and facilities department have provided for us. That's on our internal systems, and they're PDFs based on some of our books that are following mental health and mental well-being. These are also mentioned on our intranet, and we have a lot of other resources on our intranet too. Links to the Employee Assistance Programme, for example, but so many other things on there. So that's on our internal internet called the intranet. We also have a company doctor, so a general practitioner. This means that if we're having any concerns, if we're stressed or anything, we can book an appointment with him and see if there's anything that they can do about it from a medical point of view. When we were in the office, we also had a company masseuse, which was amazing. You can just book a 15-20 minute session. You go down, break from your work, go down to the massage room and get a free massage on the company, which obviously helps relieve stress and all that sort of thing, and definitely am missing that now that we're working from home. We also have a new diversity and inclusion manager to represent the whole of Bloomsbury, who's doing a lot to support mental health. And then finally, we have training and support for line managers. Again, following on from that first aid training that we did, we recognise that line managers are the ones that perhaps need a little bit more support to support the people that they're managing. I think Bloomsbury as a whole are quite understanding when it comes to mental health. We have that network there, and they're normally quite good if we suggest an idea. I think that it makes a huge difference to your job satisfaction. Everyone knows that I love my job and working for Bloomsbury, and this is a huge part of it because I feel safe and I feel like my mental health can be supported working there, and I think that is so important. I hope that some people from other publishing houses will see this and give them a bit of an idea of what they can be doing to support their employees' mental health as well. For now, I hope that kind of inspired you. I hope that you found that interesting, but yeah, that's what Bloomsbury are doing to support employees' mental health. Even if it's just me alone, I definitely really appreciate it.